Hello everybody. If you want to see the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 789, The Last Seat. Upper Beginner. Daniel loved football. One Saturday afternoon he had a ticket for the big match in the city stadium. His favourite team was playing their biggest rival. The stadium would be full of noise, colour and excitement. Daniel arrived early. Thousands of people walked through the wide gates. Some people were singing. Others were buying drinks and food. Security guards watched carefully as everyone entered. Daniel found his seat high in the stands. The view was perfect. The green field looked bright under the strong lights. Players were already warming up. A man sat down next to Daniel. He wore a dark jacket and a black cap. He looked nervous. The man kept checking his watch again and again. "Big match today," Daniel said with a friendly smile. The man nodded but did not smile back. A few minutes later, the man stood up and placed a small backpack under his seat. "I will be back soon," he said quickly. Then he walked away into the crowd. Daniel watched the bag. Something felt strange. The man had looked very worried. 10 minutes passed. The man did not return. Daniel began to feel uneasy. Why would someone leave a bag during such an important match? He looked around. Thousands of fans were laughing and talking. Nobody else seemed to notice. Daniel stood up and walked down to a nearby security guard. "Excuse me," he said quietly. "A man left a bag under his seat and he has not come back." The guard looked serious immediately. "Show me," the guard said. They walked quickly back to the row of seats. The bag was still there. The guard spoke into his radio and 2 more security officers arrived. They asked everyone in the row to move away calmly. Daniel and the other fans moved back while the officers carefully opened the backpack. Inside they found several small cameras, wires and a device with a timer. One officer spoke into his radio again. Soon the police arrived. "It is not a bomb," one officer said after checking the device. "It is illegal spying equipment." The police searched the stadium using the cameras on the walls. After a short time they found the man in the black cap near a food stand. He was trying to watch the match on a large screen. Police officers walked toward him and stopped him. Later, an officer returned to Daniel. "You did the right thing," she said. "The man planned to secretly film team information for gamblers who wanted to cheat." Daniel felt proud and relieved. The match finally began. The crowd cheered loudly as the players ran onto the field. Daniel watched the game with a big smile. This time, the seat next to him stayed empty. Vocabulary notes. Nervous, meaning feeling worried, afraid or not calm, often because you think something bad might happen. Example, the man next to Daniel looked nervous and kept checking his watch again and again. Similar words, worried, anxious, uneasy, tense. Extra example, Maria felt nervous before her driving test because she did not want to make a mistake. Uneasy, meaning slightly worried or uncomfortable because something does not feel right. Example, after the man did not return, Daniel began to feel uneasy about the bag under the seat. Similar words, uncomfortable, worried, troubled, suspicious. Extra example, Tom felt uneasy when he noticed someone following him down the street. Security guard, meaning a person whose job is to protect people and property and to watch for danger or illegal activity. Example, Daniel went to a nearby security guard and quietly explained about the bag. Similar words, guard, officer, protector, watchman. Extra example, the security guard checked every ticket before people entered the stadium. Device, meaning a piece of equipment or a machine that is made for a special purpose. Example, inside the backpack they found cameras, wires and a device with a timer. Similar words, machine, tool, instrument, gadget. Extra example, the small device on her desk helps her measure the temperature in the room. Relieved, meaning feeling happy and relaxed because something worrying has ended or turned out well. Example, Daniel felt proud and relieved when the police explained what the man had planned. Similar words, relaxed, comforted, reassured, calm. Extra example, the passengers felt relieved when the plane landed safely after a long storm. Story written by ChatGPT. Image created by ChatGPT. To read, see all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.